to day eight and day 9.
Yeah, day 9.
Day 9. I didn't. We got three lists. We got three categories today.
Yep, that's right. 3 of them.
Though to be fair, these two aren't really. To be fair, these two aren't really. Two of them aren't really. There's not really much to go over for these two. For two of them. So we're doing professors, rivals, and then protagonists.
Not in that order.
Yeah.
Although we are starting with professors.
Since there's not a lot.
There's probably going to be less to say about those than about others.
I know this was a weird one. Let's just get this started. Indeed, here we have.
Professor Oak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's kind of a dick. He's well, okay. What else do we have to say about him?
What else do I have to say about?
He's never there. He was never there for his grandson.
Cares more about the player.
Treats the player or better than him.
I don't know. He's just. I don't know how to.
It's just bad vibes.
Uh-huh.
I don't like his vibe.
Uh-huh. And Samson.
He barely exists.
You can even call him a professor.
This character barely exists.
Yeah, Oak's cousin. And it's I don't even know what to fucking say about Samson. And either.
Yeah, it's just a character.
Uh-huh.
And up at C tier we have Grand Oak.
He transcends all. An oak that transcends time and space.
He's the transcendental oak.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the one in Pokemon Home. Oh, that one. Then we got Sycamore.
Yup.
He's dumb.
he's this motherfucker. He gains points for being attractive.
I don't know, I guess.
And loses points for failing to realize that Lysander was a genocidal maniac.
Mm-hmm.
And even trying to talk to him about his problems. So you're like, oh, he's just like this.
He's just like that. And then, he kind of admits it kind of was my fault that I didn't talk to him.
Really? You think so?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
It is not fine. It is not fine, my good sir. It is the opposite of fine.
I don't know, he just doesn't...
There's also the fact that he's just not very good as a mentor.
Yeah, he just... I don't know, I don't know, motherfucker studies Mega Evolution.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And why isn't he doing any of this research himself? And
yeah,
I mean that can be said for most of the professors.
But dude's clearly capable of doing shit.
He mega evolves his Venusaur.
Well, oh no,
or
he doesn't actually mega evolve of any of those.
He doesn't.
No,
he doesn't even mega evolve his Pokemon when you fight him.
Yeah, you fight him again. And yeah, it's
goofy.
Yeah. I'm sorry if this. I'm sorry if this list is. I'm sorry if this is. I'm sorry if this list is coming off as very unfocused.
This is just a dumb list.
Just,
We're just giving our opinions on the professors.
in B tier.
Brunette.
Yeah,
She's cool.
from Dream. They put a
bonus points for bringing in a character from Dream Radar.
Or yeah.
Or it's cool that she's married to Kukui.
Yeah.
Jealous. And
yeah. I don't know. No. I don't know.
There really isn't much to say about most of the professors.
Fennel.
Oh.
You everyone remember the Dream World?
Yeah, that was a cool mechanic. And she also does have a little story thing for a bit.
Yeah, all right, yeah. That's how you get the sea gear. Or Dream Mist or some shit.
Professor Magnolia. I mean, she's kind of barely in the game, but I like her vibe. And her lab is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not really in the game. She
might rank higher if she was actually in the game more.
She's barely in the game.
Or I guess as you really see Sonia fulfilling the professor role.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of the point.
But it's weird that it just doesn't do anything. It just
doesn't do much.
Yeah. All right, and the 8 here. Hopefully, there's more to say.
Great professor, Professor Rowan.
The only professor that doesn't wear a lab coat.
Oh, that is a Chad move right there. They're large, the absolute humongous nuts on this man.
Dude carries around a fucking briefcase.
His ancestor was a general. Basically, and I think I'd also be the only professor who scolds the player.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Wait, don't you think about it.
So he has a vibe that very much stands out from other professors.
Also, he talks. He doesn't. He's not at all fazed by Team Galactic. Strip just gives them a bunch of gives them a lecture,
which is extremely amusing.
And this man he ain't afraid of shit.
You can tell this man has seen some shit and he's not taking any more of it.
All right, then there's Professor Realm.
He's just a dork.
He's just an
absolute mess of a man.
He's an absolute dork.
In his official art, he's literally dropping figs. Because if that did give you an idea of his character, or he's a bit inexperienced compared to other professors.
Is it? Oh yeah, you actually get. Oh yeah, you can actually meet his family.
Yeah, his family lives next door.
Like within the lab.
Within the lab.
Just the upper floor.
He was in the upper floor of the lab.
Yeah, that's. He needs a hug.
He needs a hug and some coffee.
Yeah. Professor Willow. Okay.
He does have the benefit of talking to you basically constantly.
Professor Chad himself.
Well, obviously, we have slightly less personal opinion on him, considering I played Pokemon Go for a bit and Noah had never played it.
Oh no, he's just...
I think he played it once, caught a starter, and then stopped playing.
I didn't actually do that.
Yeah, I remember.
And then, dude's actually been used a bit.
And he appears in promotional material a lot, too. So that's cool.
Also, dude has a normal-ass phone. Just has a normal-ass phone.
Which is extremely amusing.
I think the fucking gimmick of it, Jacques has a Rotom phone.
Willow has just a normal phone.
because he predates the rotund phone idea.
Oh, that's hilarious to me.
I don't know. He's just yeah. He I just like him.
He's just a funny guy.
And speaking of funny guy,
Professor Laventon.
how did this man reproduce?
No idea.
He's he
He is also somewhat of a mess.
He fucking talks about he fucking I think he has a mochi addiction.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. You can actually, he actually sometimes, he writes the Pokedex entries in Legends Arceus, and yes, and he actually sometimes gets slightly personal with the stuff he writes in there.
The Raichu here are strong enough to override. Their shocks are strong enough to pulverize as a Caparage on my homeland.
Yeah.
And
So that's just a neat detail, because this is very much a written book published by a professor as opposed to just an encyclopedia.
also, he's got a funny hat.
Also, he has a very funny hat with a crown pattern on it.
This big ass beanie hat.
Yeah. Which is extremely amusing to see 200 years into the past.
Yeah, he's just a funny gentleman.
He's a funny, polite, like guy.
Yeah.
And he's cool.
Yeah, and the S tiers.
Here's the best professors.
Kukui.
Professor Kukui.
I may have talked a bit about him. Before yesterday, but he dude studies Pokemon attacks
And
by taking them.
yes,
That's
has the Pokemon attack him.
yeah. You're like that's why he's so fucking ripped.
And that is extremely amusing to me.
Yeah, he's there throughout. He's with you throughout most of the time. I threatens violence. Threatens violence.
As he wakes up and chooses violence.
It's the Team Skull. Isn't it all phased by Guzma?
And talks to him like an old rival because that's what they are. It's extremely amusing. He has the whole wrestling persona going
The
on.
fucking master. Now we have our foursome. Whoa! Fucking said the word.
He is batshit crazy, and I love him for it.
He has this himbo energy too.
Yeah.
He's just.
This man is insane, and I love him for it.
Yep. Professor Birch, the dad.
Yep.
He's Ed. Professor Birch.
Your first introduction to him is him running away from a Zigzagoon / Poochyena.
Yes.
Which already sets the stage that he's a bit of a goofy guy.
I think his research involved, or she's more themed to
Pokemon habitats.
Yeah.
Which, ties into the environmental theme of
Hoenn. And also I think Ora, as when you get other starters, he's chased by other things.
Yep.
The second time, I think it's by the fucking macho. It's by the moving machos.
Yeah.
And then I think the third time it's from his wife. It's just funny.
It is extremely funny. Your witness.
Yeah, and yeah, he's just. How could you hate him?
How could you hate this man? He's just got so much. He's just got so much character, or he's very jolly. He is like, hey, you should be friends with my son, slash daughter.
Yeah, you're friends with my kid.
Go meet my kid.
And yeah,
and you can tell he's a good dad too.
Yeah,
he has good vibes.
And
he's the opposite of Professor Oak.
So then, and then there. Hey, at least he's a professor who's actually a good parent.
Yeah.
Well, they're not on the list.
Yeah.
So we don't have to talk about them.
Yeah.
So,
right.
And then we have Professor Juniper, the first female professor, which I think her conception was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She was just, I think she was just a short, fat guy.
It was a short, fat, old man, and originally.
But I think it was, Sugimori demanded
Did they have a female professor?
I
just wanted to do something different.
And so that's how we got Juniper.
That's quite.
Though we did get Cedric as the old man.
Yeah, we did get an old man professor too, as Cedric. Her father, who technically isn't a professor anymore. He'd probably be like maybe either B or A tier.
Yeah.
If he was on this list.
Juniper's actually pretty involved throughout your journey.
Yeah. That is super cool. Let's see.
Yeah. And how even yeah, even asking, do you regret going on your journey? If you say yes, she said no. Oh, she's yeah. That's the best best answer you could have given. But if you say yes, I'm sorry. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it.
I find it amusing that they even give you that option.
And yeah, it's okay if you don't want to talk about it.
This is very, very entertaining.
Yeah. Also, she can have a shiny.
Yep.
She can have a shiny.
And that is entertaining.
And frustrating.
Yes.
All right, that's Professors. Sorry that this is a really dumb list.
But the next one will be probably even dumber.
Protagonists.
We're talking about protagonists.
I'm gonna vibe check these protagonist designs.
Right. We are ranking the protagonists of the Pokemon games, sorted by region and then spin-offs after everything else. And at the bottom, we have not even a character design with the Stadium 2
protagonist. That's Hey You Pikachu.
That with the Hey You Pikachu protagonist, which is just a silhouette of a baseball cap.
Yeah.
With big ears. Like it's just a... This doesn't count. This really just should not count because it's meant to be literally the player.
Oh, so indeed here... no, actually indeed here...
We have the worst protagonist designs. Starting with...
Chase and Elaine.
The Let's Go protagonists.
They're just
bootleg Red and Leaf.
Right? Yeah. They're just they are just bootleg eggs.
Which is quite... Sorry.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're just so...
It's like they tried to do red again, and it's just that is a little bit bother.
Okay, I finally get to talk about her.
Lyra,
I fucking hate Lyra.
Oh boy.
I fucking hate her so much.
She replaced Chris. You can't just replace Chris.
The original female player.
And she doesn't get to return in Heart Gold Soul Silver, even though she was at some point, but they decided to replace her for some reason.
Oh, the fuck, yeah, I don't know. They wanted to modernize
was she,
her.
Like, not cutesy enough?
I guess.
You have no good reason, Game Freak.
Not my Johto female player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not my female Johto protagonist.
Then we have the Emerald design. The Emerald designs from Brendan and May. I hate this color. I hate this.
I'm fine with like the outfits themselves. It's the color scheme.
I hate this color scheme. Orange
and green.
It's
Why? Even the sprites look ugly.
yeah.
Why orange?
Ugh.
If they went on like black and green, it would have looked way better.
But,
No, it's just the color scheme is just so bad. I can't fathom how this got the okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Is that all? In terms of the main line. I didn't.
Well, now for the the what's it called?
The spin off.
Well, we're ranking everything, so you might as well include the Gen 9 stuff in
All right.
this particular case.
Here we go.
They're identical.
They're identical.
Just have different hair.
That's it. I
sort of get like the whole uniform thing, and then they come on, you couldn't have the default designs be a little different.
No, of course not. Yeah. Man, I swear these designs just I swear the designs just get worse.
At least you can. At least you have. You can customize your character or nearly immediately in this game.
Yeah. Now on to spin-off stuff.
Yep.
The stadium. Protagonist.
Hardly count. They're just some generic person with brown hair and a baseball cap. Can't even see their eyes. Just boring.
Again with the Go protagonists.
The same thing with the Go protagonists.
Yeah,
just boring. Like the outfits are pretty cool, but they just look so cursed next to all the other protagonists.
Go's art style is fucking cursed. Have you seen Jesse and James in that style?
I think I have.
It's horrifying.
And Pokemon Go is a very cursed art style.
Well,
at least talking about the models.
Models, yeah. Todd Snap.
Oh my god, this is the kid you bully in middle school.
Yes.
Well, be careful who you bully in middle school. Too bad his Pokemon, his new Snap app design is not counted here because he is not a player character.
Yeah.
Or in that game. And if it was, he would be much higher. But
yeah,
just looking at Todd,
oh my god,
the red hair, dual purple striped shirt.
Yeah, this is the kid you bully in middle school.
The fucking loser. He looks so generic and so dumb at the same time.
I don't know how that's possible. I didn't even know that was possible. And there's the Magikarp jump
character who doesn't have a face.
Anyone remember him?
This character exists.
Character
quotes.
Yeah. Ben in C tier.
Inoffensive.
If we have
Leaf, the original design, the only design.
Yeah.
Leaf.
I think she's like they're like I think Red and Leaf's designs are supposed to parallel each other. They're supposed to contrast each.
Could you mind explaining that a bit?
They're just the same design, but
Oh yeah, they are kind of similar. The colors are switched. Like red has a blue accent and stuff. Green's mainly blue.
Yeah.
The white and red on the hat are flipped.
Yeah. They're like two. They're like they're meant to parallel each other, but.
She's all right. Not much to say. Really. Diamond Pearl Designs.
DP Designs.
DP/BDSP Designs.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Dawn.
Yeah, very very generic.
And then quite generic. Not really dressed for winter weather. Like it should be for a cold region. The default Kalos designs are also pretty generic.
But I don't know. I think that's.
I guess that's the point.
These designs are supposed to be generic because
you're supposed to customize. It's the whole the customization is a big selling point.
So
of those
let's
games.
make them as generic as possible.
Also,
Oh yeah, Callum and Serena.
Like, oh wow, blue is the main color for the male protagonist. It's not like that hasn't been done the past 2 gens.
Yeah, and yeah, you fucking the way you decided to fucking, and that's why you characterized Callum as
The guy who dresses up a lot because he's normally very plain.
Yeah, and
hot take with Serena there.
I don't know.
And next we have a moon Elio.
Ignore our second year. Ignore or every time Alex has said something about Elio.
God.
Elio is.
No, shut the fuck up.
1, he's 11. 2. Really? He's so generic. Like he's so generic.
Isn't I like 12?
13.
13.
But he's so generic though.
Generic, boring.
Then we have the
characters from Rangers 1 and 2. Lunik, Solana, Kellen, and Kate.
Kellen was also another character.
I fixated on when I was younger. What's with me and the fucking generic ass dude?
Yeah, the blue hair looks really dumb on
On the Rangers characters.
The Ranger character.
Ranger 1.
And then yeah, these two just the Shadows of Elmia designs just are also pretty generic. Are just pretty generic. Michael. This is Michael.
Also kind of generic. He's got a cool robot arm.
That's
thing,
the snag machine.
The snag machine. I know it's.
But yeah.
The snag machine. So I guess that's cool looking.
He's a bit of a downgrade to.
That definitely pales in comparison to Wes.
That's his design.
Wes was rad. This guy's lame.
Yeah. Now we have Scotty and Betty from Masters. Again, just
they are designs. They're just super generic.
Then we have. I forget where these were. Where these were.
But these characters.
They're from some arcade game, I think.
Put the camera up.
These guys. Yeah, I think they're from one of the arcade game. One of those arcade games.
Yeah.
Then there's the Battle Revolution protagonists.
Also somewhat generic.
Tim Goodman.
The most generic of generic protagonist designs.
Good God, he's
literally just some guy.
Some guy. And I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it.
Was it chose?
Gaole,
I think it's.
Yeah, the card or the arcade, the card ass game.
The card ass.
The card ass game. Well, it's just not even not funny. It's just
card ass.
Man.
Now
in B tier,
good protagonist designs. We have
Ethan.
We have Ethan. HGSS Ethan.
Oh God, they twinkified him. Oh God, they twinkified him.
We'll get to original Ethan
I don't know this one. It's just they took out all of that edge.
They took out the edge that the original had.
Edge and cool.
Like, it's still a good design, and I think
At least it's not Lyra.
it stands out from other protagonists as
R.S. Brendan and May.
a pretty cool.
Long sleeves on Brendan though.
Or weird, especially
Holland is warmer. Is what?
I understand why they get shorten the sleeves in all future designs for Brendan.
Yeah.
Or was it just
It was yeah.
Was it just Emerald that has short sleeves?
No, also Rez.
Also Rez, yeah.
Yeah. The red and black.
The red and black color scheme, striking and cool. Well, I kind of wish they did the version exclusive color thing earlier, with because it feels weird to have them both primarily red and one version is red and the other sapphire.
I do. Though I think, funnily enough, in the manga, a Sapphire's color or scheme is blue.
Huh.
And Ruby's red.
Maybe they planned on doing it, but just didn't get around to it.
And I don't know. Yeah, really, they could have gone. They could have done. Yeah, yeah. It's simple palette swap. Then we have the female protagonist. That's the chicken.
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 Chicken. Chicken hat.
Chicken hat. That's what keeps Celine's original design out of the sea.
The funny hat that people memed all over. And also just the vibe.
To be fair, they all just have the blank ass stare.
But it's especially memey on Celine in Sun and Moon design. Ultra is still in E tier.
It's
a more interesting design, but a little less memorable. Also, I think it kind of balances out.
Then we have Ray and Akari.
Basically, just Lucas and Dawn in the past.
Yeah.
That's nothing crazy there. I do like that they got era appropriate outfits though.
Yeah. Then we have Ben and Summer.
Or from Guardian Signs. Definitely much more interesting visually than the first two Rangers games.
Ben's got a funny hair.
They got scarves.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I do like that they went a different direction in Guardian Signs.
Yeah. And who the hell remembers Lucy Fleetfoot?
No, I forgot her name.
From Troze.
Yeah.
Who remembers Troze?
I know it's the precursor to Pokemon Shuffle, and that's
they got a sequel on the 3DS.
Yep. Yeah. Battle Troze.
Yeah, Battle Troze, which then would become Shuffle.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the whole superhero aesthetic. It's just such a bizarre character.
Yeah. So in A tier.
Here, back in the main series, we have Red, the classic.
Both designs.
It would be a crime not to put Red high in a high tier. He's just so iconic.
Okay, it's mainly that I mainly grew up with the Gen 3 design. I mainly grew up
mainly due in large part due to Smash Bros.
What
would that mean? The design they use?
That being what Pokemon Trainer is based on.
Yeah.
And also I think also OHGSS too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, his classic design.
And is also really cool, but just both are iconic designs.
Man, at least they're not at the old design, at his original design.
We have Green. We weren't sure whether to count her because she was conceived as a playable character, and she appears alongside Red and Blue in the post game of Let's Go. So she's in this weird limbo state, but she does have this era of nostalgia.
Yeah, she was never actually meant to be the female character, or just for that cover.
It's just such a cool. It's just cool that they referenced that. And of course, the design is based on the manga design too.
Or did that original artwork?
Yeah, the original art inspired the manga, which also inspired this character or design. It's just really cool to see her in the games.
Also, she has that Gen 7 stare.
Yeah, and it
She
actually
has the,
fits her character, which is the funniest part
she has
about it.
that she has that a Gen 7 protagonist stare.
Which I feel is done very much on purpose for her because she acts kind of unhinged.
Yeah. So then we have Ethan.
And from Generation 2.
Gold.
Or Gold.
Old as old as some people call this design. And he had an official name.
Yeah.
Now this list for some reason has the gold and silver and crystal designs, but I could not. I couldn't really tell the difference.
There's like some maybe a couple very subtle design shifts.
To be fair, that Gold's original art is is from I think from 97.
Wow.
And I think that's from the Space World days too.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool history.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess that they just wanted to update it a bit with the current the newer art style. Either way, both designs. This kid it looks like he means business.
Yes, he's got swag.
Yes, he is.
And of course, the original all female Johto protagonist,
Chris.
Got a similar energy to Gold because of course they have similar outfits.
She's got that green hair. Even though her sprite it makes it look even though her sprite in original art kind of makes it look blue.
I'm amused that they gave a protagonist such a funky hair color so early on. I think she's like the only protagonist with a funky hair color.
Yeah. She's got fucking fucking shorts.
She just has this tomboy energy that I think is really cool.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of female protagonist designs don't really do.
Well, I guess they can both coexist in Masters.
I'll tolerate you, Lyra.
At least they can coexist.
You're still not acknowledged in our fanon.
But okay. That aside, the ORAS designs for Brendan and May.
I seem a lot better suited to Hoenn as an environment, and they took the overall outfit shape from Emerald's designs. It's quite a bit, but without the horrid color scheme, so it looks way better. Her sort of got rid of that genericity that the original designs.
It's not even a word.
Kinds were sort of plagued by genericness.
Genericness.
Yeah, the ORAS designs are cool.
It's a nice blend.
Yeah, nice blend.
And platinum design.
Ucas and Dawn. These are winter prepared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course the best Xeno protagonist designs of the three. Counting Legends Arceus.
Mm-hmm. It's just
they stand out more or from other or protagonists that came before them. And then in Dawn's case after or the Lucas his vibe was gimped a bit by the Gen 5 and 6 protags.
They're cool designs.
They're just cool designs.
Now we have the ultra design for Elio.
Way more personality than the original one. Sorry about that. Look at the fucking just like wobbling in the official art. It's funny.
Like jumping.
And of course, ours feels more at home in the region of Alola.
The ultra designs adds a more
are more suited to Alola. Without being held back by a more memorable first design. Ultra Elio manages to make his way into A tier.
Victor. Peanut boy.
Peanut Boy. Oh, boy. I just like the Galler protagonists.
Yeah, they're just
They just got cool designs.
I just,
I like. They managed to do a more casual design, without making it feel bland, like in
like a lot
like in Kalos. This is
uh,
probably like kind of what they were trying to do with Kalos. Be like,
mm-hmm.
hey, you got a sort of plain outfit, but like it hands out. But hey, you can customize your character.
Yeah.
They did that a lot better in Sword and Shield.
Then we have Mark and Mint.
And
Love those names.
Yes.
Mark's Japanese name is Paku.
From Pack.
Pack, and Mint is like mint condition.
Yep, these are the TCG2 protagonists.
And these have no right going this hard.
They're such good designs. You got a striking red and blue contrast between the two. We got these cool poses. Is Mint's got some crazy hair going on?
I think that's just that's a ribbon.
Ribbon got this flowing ribbon, and Mark's got a bandana. I like the card theme names are cute.
Yeah, it's it's just cool.
It's just really cool character designs. No business is going that hard for
a fucking Game Boy spin-off game.
Or a Game Boy spin-off game.
Wes.
Wes from Pokemon Coliseum.
The most self-insert of all.
Protagonist. Ignoring that, he has a really cool design.
I think the intention was to show, it was to reflect on like the players who grew up in that time.
Yeah, I believe I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
So they wanted a more mature protagonist. Ignoring the edgy nonsense of Coliseum's story, Wes does have a pretty rad design. Of course, got the cool robot
arm, the visor,
arm that Michael had, but without without the stupid clashing generic kid look.
Yeah. It's just like.
It's just a cool design. Don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah. Then there's a
Pokemon Conquest protagonists, which are also really cool.
Yeah, it's the game. It's Pokemon in feudal Japan.
And of course they have classic samurai armor.
But these are
of course it seems a bit stylized, but still.
Yeah.
It's just a very, very unique thing to have a Pokemon protagonist that stands out from any other or one.
Yeah, I know. No, not a lot of people actually played Conquest.
I mean, I haven't either, but the protagonist designs are really cool.
Mainly because you aren't really into strategy games.
Yeah.
Turn-based strategy.
And now we get into S tier.
Peak design.
Peak character design.
The Gen 5 protagonists.
Just all four of them. They all have this unmatched swag among Pokemon protagonists.
I think they were designed to be older.
They're designed as the oldest main series protagonist.
I think their age is listed as 14.
Yeah.
Or 16, or if you say between 14 to 16.
Somewhere from 14 to 16.
Yeah.
It depends on the source.
And
it just got such a cool design. Black and white protagonists have hats that call back to the Kanto protagonists. It's because Black and White were sort of a soft reboot for the series.
Yeah.
The protagonists are also very different from each other, or two. Who are still feeling like solid options is that it's sort of they sort of have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe looking distinct from one another.
Even if Hilbert has a really stupid name.
Even if Hilbert is a dumb name. Black 2 and White 2 who managed to have protagonist designs that were reminiscent of the first game protagonists without, as well, also having original aspects of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which I just think is really awesome that they managed to do that, and they look great too.
You got Nate's pineapple hair.
Nate's hair is funny.
And Rosa's buns.
Yeah, they have funny hair in Black 2 White too.
Yeah.
I wonder what the design process behind giving them both like open back caps.
Them visors.
I wonder what the idea behind giving both of them visors was.
I don't know. Well, either way, yeah, they're and
and the other S tier character, Gloria. She would be an A tier if it weren't for the massive amount of memes.
It's
just a cool and cute design. Mine too.
Yeah.
Who dress snug for the colder Galar region.
Yeah, for the
especially the Crown Tundra.
Yeah. It's just yeah.
And of course, you can't overstate probably the single most memed on protagonist as of any Pokemon game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, turned her into a Scottish stereotype,
which is bizarre and honestly admittedly hilarious that they did. Just that the community ended up doing that.
It's really like very shortly after the
games, very shortly after the first trailer for the games. Here's that ended up happening.
Okay, so that's all the protagonist stuff.
Designs, and we've been on for 45 minutes, and now we get into probably the meat of the video.
But
in this case, starting with by preference.
I guess we could do by preference.
Yeah, so you first usually. Rivals. Oh boy, there are a lot of them.
Oh no.
Triple Skeletors.
Oh no.
Oh boy. And this is where the biggest hot takes of the video probably come in.
And if anyone's watching.
So D tier, silver,
GSC,
specifically gold, silver, crystal silver.
Yeah, GSC silver.
Specifically, and we'll elaborate on why when we get to some of the higher tiers.
This one just comes off as this this one just comes off as his edgelord, or who doesn't. This edgelord who's for no reason.
Like nothing's ever elaborated upon with him. He is just a complete asshole for no reason, and feels like he's just ripping off Blue. And honestly, at that point,
but yeah, he's just a total dick the whole time.
He's like,
I hate the weak.
Pokemon are tools. I hate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the strongest.
Dude hasn't like no real motive or anything.
And if one was planned, they never communicated it to the
GSC Silver is pretty dumb.
A pretty dumb character and really just imitation Blue.
And the RS
all the RSE rivals.
Well, they don't really get much.
Don't get much screen time or really do much.
Should really have
much involvement in anything.
And I guess Wally does show up at the end show up in Victory Road.
You don't even fight your counterpart with the fully evolved starter in RSE.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How?
I don't know. Yeah, don't. But yeah, we'll get over to that later. But yeah, but they are done better.
They are done better in the NORAS. Oh, spoilers.
Oh no!
All of the X and Y rivals.
All right,
Let's start with
your neighbor.
Your neighbor. They're just
They're
generic.
Eric. You don't actually fight them. First time you fight them, it was before your third gym.
They're boring.
Um,
I don't really know what else to say about them. They're just the protagonists. They don't have much character. They don't have any real defining personality traits, other than that they guess they're the most competent fighter out of your rivals or slash friends. They're so uninteresting. Shauna is a weird sort of semi-forced love interest. I think
it goes absolutely nowhere.
And it's just weird and bizarre. And what?
You give the TM for protect after that scene.
What? What is this character? There's a Trevor who's the.
Hey, we skipped someone.
No, we'll get to him. But there's Trevor. You're oh, I'm gonna fill out the Pokedex, and he compares it twice, maybe.
He's very, very, very nervous.
He's nervous. I wish he was fleshed out more. He could have been a nice character.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But he's kind of overshadowed by your neighbor, and.
Okay, we the elephant in the room.
What the fuck is Tierno's deal? No, genuinely.
What is?
Why does he exist? What niche is he supposed to fill?
What is going on with him?
You have the cutesy rival associated with, and I guess sort of preaching the whole affection towards your Pokemon and stuff. Fine, I understand why she exists. As your neighbor's there to give you an actually tough in quotes challenge compared to the others, and be hey, trade up your team. This character's your equal. And then there's the and then there's Trevor. Yeah, Pokedex is a pretty important part of Pokemon. I understand why this character exists. What is Tierno's function?
What is he? Dancing.
Why does he dance? Why is he obsessed with Pokemon dancing? What does this add to anything?
This guy feels like he was made for. This guy feels like he was meant for. He was made for contests or something.
Genuinely, I have this sort of conspiracy that they planned on including contests in X and Y, and they ended up bringing him back in the next game, anyways. Is they were feeling like they were meant to bring that feature back to tie into the Sinnoh remakes coming up.
To the Hoenn remakes.
To the Hoenn remakes coming up. So why don't we bring back contests? And then that wasn't priority. They didn't get it done. They already modeled a character they wanted to be associated with the feature. And they're like, well, we're just gonna not use this character model we spent 5 hours making. And then they put him in, and he just exists now. He has no place in this game.
He's fucking aimless.
He is just a dumb, aimless character.
Mm-hmm.
Or no function, no purpose.
He's just
oh my fucking god.
Terrible.
Absolutely
terrible.
Oh my god, this game.
These
X and Y being a train wreck.
Oh god, fucking Tierno. He's so he's in a league of his own.
We really should have just had a tier below D called Tierno, because I don't understand anything about him. He is just an enigma.
I'll probably when I redo this list later.
Or we'll just have a Tierno tier.
Yeah.
The tier is just gonna be called literally, why does this character exist?
All right.
Alola, or Gen 7 as a whole.
Gen 7 rivals.
How?
Do I need to? Do I need to talk about him?
He's just like friendly for friendly's sake, and
Hey,
he's just, like,
he doesn't have a fucking art. He doesn't fucking change.
and he says he's gonna go get stronger and train his Pokemon, and then he's exactly the same when he comes back, and just there's no growth.
He disappears for like he fucking disappears for like the rest of the story.
There's genuinely like no fucking actual growth or development at all, and it feels just forced. Like kind of say, oh, like it's just like
I just stood there, or I need to get stronger now.
like I feel like he just said that to like trick the player into thinking he changed at all, but like he really didn't.
Oh yeah, I trained in with Elma.
I'm strong now.
And I want and I got to be my grandparents for real.
Like, yeah, cool. Would be cool if we could see any of this.
This all happens off screen,
and there's no obvious. And if he didn't tell you these things, he's like there'd be no obvious tell that he actually did anything significant.
Yeah,
And for all we know, he could have just been sitting around eating malasadas for the past week.
God, it's just. The thing is, that's why I also don't like him as your final challenge in Ultra.
Because he didn't do anything to really grow and change.
He tries.
As a character.
He fucking looks like he tries to act serious. There, but it doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, they wanted to pull up Blue this time.
It's just. It doesn't work.
I think Kukui still congratulate. It shows up, congratulates you. Oh, and that says, actually, I think you said it ends with me.
And it doesn't.
And actually, well, I would say that. But someone else wants to do that.
And it's just.
It feels so. Oh my god, I hate him. I fucking hate him.
And there's Gladion, edgy boy.
One, he fails as a rival.
You fight him like 3 times?
3 times. You're not competing with him for anything.
And literally nothing. Like, what are you competing against? He's associated with Team Skull.
Kind of.
The second time you meet him, he just battles you because he's mad. He doesn't even.
I think even afterwards he says, "I don't know why. I'm not sure why I bothered with such a pointless battle."
Yeah, like why did you?
He fought you because
he wanted to let out his anger.
Or yeah, and then you don't fight him again until you're about to climb Mount Lanakila. But he fails as a rival and as a character. Or 2. What do we have to say? This fucking. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah. I think it was. I think I said this. The thing as I've said, this was. They really tried to do Gen 5 again.
And then kind of fell flat of the execution of it.
And let's see. I had a shitty. I have a shitty family. I have a shitty mom.
So I'm gonna battle you.
I ran away because my mom was crazy.
Oh, I'm so sad and edgy.
But the thing is, his past is too vague. Is the what actually happened?
They're like very vague. You know, Lusamine was like shitty, but like they don't really.
Was it? She was
elaborate.
Was
much
she
on
neglectful?
Was she just neglectful?
Did she hurt?
Did she like physically abuse them or psychologically? I think. We don't really know like the extent of anything, so it kind of just loses.
Also, motherfucker disappears during the climax. Pulls the goddamn the other flute out of his ass. So disappear is during the climax when he should be there. Would be there.
You're like, way to be a good brother.
Yeah, he should be there in Ultra Space.
He has barely any interactions with Lily in the game.
Yeah, but then, you're all a family.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have known either, given how Gladion barely acknowledges Lily's existence.
I think he just apologizes for not being there.
Like, yeah, sure.
Sure, or you fucking. I think even in the credits, he just kind of he's just just behind a tree, watching. He's just obscured and just watching it from a distance.
Yeah.
It just smiles. We aren't friends, and we're certainly not enemies.
Shut it with your fucking edgy nonsense.
I can't afford to make any more mistakes. After all, I have Soul Valley with me. In that, he just. It's like they tried to do Silver with her again.
And like, it's just.
I mean, it fails. It fails. He fails. He's on a fundamental level. He
tries to be both Silver and N and ends up being neither.
Oh wait, N was the N role was split in half.
Yeah.
The N side was.
We have two characters trying to be N, and this one's trying to also be Silver, and
well, both fail. Both fail tremendously.
I mean, Lily's lucky she doesn't end up on any of these lists.
You're lucky. Oh God, it's just, dude is just. I could go on,
but we won't.
All right,
that's all we have to say, and we'll, he wish they, like we could talk about an example of them doing the whole parent issues thing incorrectly, but
well, that's for
another day.
So, with parent issues with an actually elaborated on with an actual motive.
And we sort of see that. It actually, it's like
and dude actually has a proper and actually having actually having a conclusion, a complete character arc.
And we're already talking too much. Much about that.
So, fucking Trace.
What do we begin to say about Trace? He is a character. He certainly has character traits.
He took the role of Blue.
He's Hal pretending to be Blue.
Yes. He's Cantonian Hal.
Like literally.
Literally Cantonian Hal.
Oh, I don't know how else to describe him.
Yeah, he's just Cantonian Hal. Oh, and also this fucker became champion.
Yep.
And his reason for losing the reason he lost was he was too nice to his Pokemon.
What? Huh? No, you just what?
He's so stupid.
This has never been anything at all in the franchise. It's like, oh, don't be too nice to your Pokemon, or they won't be able to use frustration.
Oh, it's because he was does that mean were they trying to say he was like holding back or
like on his training and not being disciplinary enough? Or
I don't know. It's dumb.
Like it's dumb and stupid, and I hate it. And I just don't like Trace.
God, yeah.
Hey, he sucks.
Then we have finally, I actually get to go into finally get to go into some detail about.
Whoa, Jesus! Stop fiddling with the remote.
We finally get to talk about Legends, in a bit of detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have your counterpart.
Yep.
Which I think is supposed to be your main rival.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like your main rival that you fight like twice or something, like, 3 times or something. They're just they don't. They're
Same issues with, like, similar issues to how,
oh
like, they're a static character.
or they don't. Yeah, they don't. The thing
Nothing of note changes about them throughout
I
of
think
the
it's worse
story.
because as they're part of the fucking expedition team.
Yeah, it's worse because they're in Legends Arceus.
It's the whole yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, part of the expedition team with Leventon. Uh, 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 and well, what do they do to help?
Nothing.
They don't do fucking anything.
Like, genuinely, after the tutorial, they do actually nothing of note for
They're
you.
just there or for those fucking filler scene. Or the filler scene. The fucking dinner scenes.
And you battle them like 2 more times, and that's really all you see of them. I always I literally ended up forgetting they existed when they came to me to fight me the last time. I was like, oh yeah, you exist.
Is that like right before or the climax too?
I think
Uh, yeah.
they're like that they really just do feel like filler characters.
Uh,
Or they don't know how else to describe them.
no, yeah, yeah, man, pretty. I mean, Legends didn't really need to have a rival character.
Like it didn't. I don't know why it really did enough in the first place.
Well, I mean, there is.
The fact that they didn't want to imply that the main protagonist got laid. That could be it.
Oh no. Oh, no, in terms of rivals, there's
But there is someone else that could fit that position.
good. This with an asterisk.
With an asterisk. But this guy, I think he counts. But like,
We'll get to him.
we'll get to him.
So in seat here we have well the Orez as your Orez as counterpart.
Yep.
And at least get more screen time.
Here you fight with a fully evolved starter. They sort of have some nice moments with you.
How do they say? Yeah, right before you head into the Cave of Origin, and they have a moment with you and say how say how you're their best friend.
And tell you to be careful.
And then you have this a fight with them after the Hall of Fame, and where they have the Mega Evolved starter, and they clearly grow to they clearly
They do grow attached to you.
which I think that was what they wanted to do with. Also, the final battle on the main game has them with a fully evolved starter.
Yep. Yep.
Or this
I
time.
mean, they're not like anything crazy as far as rival characters go, but they're serviceable.
Then we have
Marnie. This character very much feels like she was kind of just added because they didn't have a female rival character.
Because I guess that was
because kind of like been a quota since
Gen 7 didn't do that.
Gen 7 didn't do it. Like other than
and Black and White 2 didn't do that.
Yeah, it's like they have those in most games.
Some games.
I guess they didn't have one.
But yeah, that doesn't have to be it has. But the thing is, Marnie barely has any. Marnie barely does like anything.
Yeah, she is a character.
Or she's involved with Team Yell.
You know, Pierre is their leader and a much more interesting character, despite just being a random gym leader.
It actually does shit. Actually,
what destroys me is that this random gym leader has more character significance than Marnie.
Yeah. Somehow, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just, yeah. She's got a punk aesthetic.
Yeah, that's
the
cool.
Spike method. It's punk aesthetic.
She's got a cool design.
I don't know what's her character.
I don't
I don't know.
know.
You can also just drop. You just see her try and practice smiling.
I guess that's sort of cute.
And I guess, I don't know. It just feels you run into her like a few. Like, you fight her like 3 times. I I I was I was like it's almost like they didn't know what to do with her.
I feel like she's a leftover from something.
Like a character just split into
Like they kind of like she was just kind of like part of one character at some point.
and
Weird.
yeah, weird. Then the DLC, the Isle of Armor rival. What?
I don't know why Isle of Armor had rivals.
They're version exclusive. Two of them, for version exclusives because they didn't have enough. I guess they didn't have enough of to warrant. Didn't have enough. Isle of Armor didn't have enough of that many exclusives. It was. It was right.
I guess.
There's enough stuff. Thing is, they're basically the same character. Clara and Avery are basically the same character.
Or which automatically loses them some points.
Like they're the same character. Or it's just the yeah. Or it's just that you learn. It's just you. They have. It's really just they have different. You learn about them in their league cards.
I guess.
Or is that Clara? Clara had attempted to. Clara to pursue a music career. But her album sold. But her debut album sold like 8 copies or something.
So she ended up quitting.
That's her character.
That's an amusing character.
Avery was Avery was basically disowned by his family. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have what? So the thing is, after the first part of first half of the first section of in a Isle of Armor story, they literally just disappear.
Yeah.
They literally just disappear from the story.
They become gym leaders, so that's cool.
After once you've completed the Crown Tundra, they become gym leader. As though they're in the minor league.
Yeah.
They're just they're like the same character. Or just don't add anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't add anything.
They're pointless characters.
So on to B tier.
Good.
Good. Oraz Wally.
Yeah. Okay, so in Oraz, Wally is actually he made him interesting.
Yeah. Well, only they just it's only having an act. It's yeah. Yeah.
They gave him like an actual character finally.
Well,
he did have a character, but they gave him a proper resolution.
And because yeah,
like, hey,
he has his own battle arena on Victory Road.
Now on his own battle theme.
Well, he has his own theme in general.
Yeah, he has just his own theme. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, those. Yes, they didn't do that in Gen 3. It's just yeah. Yeah, it's just it's you see him you get to see him grow.
Oh, and that's nice. You.
Is it actually trying actually yeah and show you and he tries to prove to you that he's to you how much he's changed
Yeah.
and just he went on his own journey.
It's just the framing of the whole thing feels a lot more, or it feels a lot more dramatic and rewarding than it in the Generation 3.
Mhm. Then there's Hugh.
He's a decent character. He has a good motivation.
And
And
even if it
even if it borderline it feels like a borderline obsession sometimes.
yeah yeah the whole Purloin thing
And he does not shut up about it.
uh, and as a reason to hate Team Plasma.
I'll actually be taking him on.
He's with you the whole time throughout the whole time.
And that is extremely cool and admirable.
He helps you through everything. He always helps you when dealing with Team Plasma.
And it's just really cool. The only real thing with him is that
He's not.
one, he kind of brings up his motivation a little too
I
much.
guess he's not really much. He's not really trying to compete with you or anything. He's mainly just there to see.
Yeah, he really does feel more like your friend than your rival, and that's kind of a downfall of him.
Yeah.
And like he's not competing with you for anything.
Oh, he just wants you to. He just wants someone, and he can. He just wants someone strong enough to help him.
And so he's just sort of testing you more so.
You don't actually fight him that much either.
Yeah.
Or you fight him like twice at the beginning, and then in the World Tournament, then the Driftville Tournament, and then all the way in Undella Town, and then again in Victory Road, at the end of Victory Road.
So
Yeah.
4 times.
Four
Beginning Undella Town, ending. Was there one more?
the beginning in Philosophy Ranch, and if you want to count the Driftville Tournament.
Yeah.
And yeah, Undella Town and down in the end.
Yeah. So that's 4 or 5, depending on whether or not you count the tournament.
He thanks you. I think he does. Yeah, he does thank you after eating when you reach Victory Road.
So that's nice.
Oh yeah, thanks for helping me.
He would get higher if he was more competitive.
Yeah.
We talked about Purloin a little bit less.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he looks like that kind. He looks like he looks like a fucking jerk rival.
Well, but he isn't.
And it looks to me deceiving, I guess.
Yes, maybe that was the idea with him.
Hiroshi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have A tier.
Great rivals. It was basically the gold standard.
Or we have blue in both. We have blue in both incarnations.
And like, come on, he is he's the classic jerk rival and one of the only ones done right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To be fair, there actually haven't been as many attempts that now that I think about it.
Yeah. And it really was like just the first. It really was just like. Everyone was just like.
Gen 1, 2, and 8.
8. So 8. Then 8. There. 8. There. Though he's not entire. He's not a complete jerk.
Or he does very much.
And she even even like shows, tells you where you should go.
But he still like calls you names and insults you and acts like flaunts his battle skills or prowess around like he's better than you.
Yeah. I'll smell you later.
Thinks you're too dumb to do anything yourself.
Yeah, smell you later. Like, you stinker.
Yeah.
Uh, and then there's HGSS Silver.
This is the silver that was done right.
I
I, I believe we've mentioned this before, or I don't remember.
and I was in the
Recently.
talking about the main games.
Talk about main games, yeah.
Games, yeah.
Games, and we're basically going to be repeating what we said there.
HGSS does a lot and did a lot.
Did a lot for Silver's character. Or from him being so so uninteresting and just just a bit annoying in the original. Well, he has a reason for those character traits now.
And also, like, he actually shows his he does actually his growth as his development is actually a lot more noticeable
on this version of the game.
Or he does actually start questioning whether or not. Yeah, you remember he gets his ass kicked by Lance, and then he's told he lost because he wasn't beat because as he doesn't treat his Pokemon
with respect.
Yeah, he doesn't show with Pokemon kindness. As in that actually, he does actually start to question and whether that's true or not.
Well, because he was so outclassed by Lance.
And from you.
And you, the player.
And I think by the end of Victory Road, he does start to realize that.
And isn't that when he has a Crobat?
Oh no, it's it's in the final battle.
Yeah, okay. Only in the final battle.
Oh yeah, then you see him train at Mount Moon, off training in Mount Moon.
Well, then you can battle him by.
Then you can team up with him in the Dragon's Den. And where he has his starter out
walking with him.
And that's actually where you first see his Crobat.
Too. Like, oh shit, he was nice enough to his Golbat for it to evolve.
Oh, and then that's finally reflected. That's reflected in when you battle him again at the Pokemon League.
Yep, there's the Crobat. I like that subtle aspect of storytelling.
And also, yeah, I think it's...
And of course, his motivation
is not told to you in game.
Yeah, ignoring that part about it, but yeah, there is the event with the
Celebi event.
Yeah, the Celebi event.
And where you go back, you travel 3 years in the past.
Yeah. You travel to the past shortly after the events of the original Red and Blue.
Yep, the Kanto games.
The events of the Kanto games, where while we see Giovanni talking to a young Silver who is revealed to be his son.
In the Japanese the Japanese version, in Silver actually does say father.
But it's not directly stated in the English version. It's just stated, just implied.
Yeah, Giovanni's kid has red hair.
Yeah.
That's from Gideon's famed checker. Gideon in his dialogue in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. He was just dude was just fucking abandoned.
And by his dad, and his dad told him that it was because of a trainer who showed him kindness that he disbanded Team Rocket and decided to leave the region.
Well, at least that's what he tells you. That's what he said.
And of course,
yes, and so like you lost to, like how so like you act strong in front of a crowd, to hide your weakness. You act all strong in front of others, but you're actually a coward. I think he says that's what he said.
He accuses his dad of being a coward.
And like he says, fair. Yeah, like someday you'll understand, and how doesn't want to. I don't want to understand, and it just, and yeah, it's just you just see that.
And of course, that also sort of reveals Silver's motivation. And Giovanni told him that it was because he met a kind trainer that he decided to run away and abandon his son.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that gave Silver the false notion that being and that he should hate niceness,
kindness.
kindness, because as that's what made his father leave him.
I don't know. Yeah. So, well, yeah.
And then calls out Giovanni's own weakness as part of that too, which is why he's so scared of being weak.
And that's how. Yeah, he'll get strong on his own.
And it just kind of ties his character together really well.
Yeah. Now, too bad all of this is yeah, again, too bad all of that is.
It was left out of the English version.
Well, left out.
Left out of the main game.
Yeah. And yeah. Though it is revealed in that sim event that Giovanni was just meant to return. Was about to return. Earn a goldenrod. But the player beat him. He decided not to, and just disappeared.
Doesn't really change much, but
Mainly that he just lied about his motivation.
Yeah, that he lied to his son, which is kind of.
He just lied about why what he was doing.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah. Yeah, silver. Yeah, HGS has silver. Yeah, I don't know what else to say here. Hey there.
Or about him.
Then there's Barry.
He's just a funny guy. I like how we go from this character, or this is actually a pretty deep and interesting character, to he's just a silly guy.
I think we did. We just said that I think we made that same joke already in another video.
Whatever.
Yeah, Barry. He talks about finding you if you're late. A really high amount of money too.
Who like seriously? How does he actually expect you to have this much money?
It just, yeah, he's very high, very impatient. Yeah, he's very impatient. And then
always running all over the place.
So then I remember, and I think I remember after he loses, loses to Jupiter, after he loses to Jupiter, and like Acuity, he feels bad about being unable to stop up Team Galactic, and says he needs, and so says he's got to get stronger. And actually helps you.
Actually helps you take them on in the climax of the game.
Sure, that sounds like. Sure, that does sound like.
Sort of sound like how. The difference is Barry actually does something after that statement.
And
how? I mean, I guess he battles some of the Aether Foundation with you.
Then just disappear.
No, he disappears after that.
Yeah, he disappears after that. That's saying he needs to get stronger.
The cool buddy moment. It was before the whole motivation to get stronger thing.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, why it really falls apart with Hal.
I also think
things kind of happen in the wrong order.
Also, hey, you get to meet. Also, you earn his dad as a frontier brain.
And so that's cool.
And they has a very similar personality.
Yeah. And being somewhat impatient and scatterbrained, but still a very strong trainer.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about Barry.
He's just a he's just a fun character.
So moving on to S tier.
The best of the best, only an S.
So we have the black and white rivals.
Yeah, all three of them.
Yeah, your friend. Yeah, your
and your friends.
Yeah. And yeah, Sharon comes off as a bit of a smart ass.
Uh,
Us and us and one us and one us to
also
be
become champion.
but is then
But over the course of the game, he
and
kind
I
of,
think Older asks him, and what do you plan to do afterwards?
and of course, Sharon doesn't have an answer to that question,
And so and
and which eventually prompts him to sort of or to figure out what he does want to do. And
yeah, that's
when the post game, you get sort of a moment with Marshall, where Sharon learns about doing his own thing. And trying to be strong for himself, not for or the sake of others.
yeah. And then you got and again
And then in Black and Black 2 and White 2, hey,
he found
Arnold's calling. He wants to teach people. Also, he became a teacher.
and the gym and a gym leader.
And a gym leader.
Yeah. And then there's how Charon he shows up up right before you face gets us.
Yeah.
It says to try it's along with Older. And they're the two that take that take gets us away. Yeah, he's the one without the human heart. Don't listen to him. He's the one without the human heart.
Yep.
Yes, he truly is pitiful. That's Older's follow-up line into that.
Which is extremely amusing.
Don't do that. So, yeah, yeah, Sharon, yeah, and how like he actually fights you at the end, and just to see if you're prepared, or before Victory Road. And meanwhile on the end, your other friend
And Bianca.
I think it's also about finding her purpose.
A bit of an airhead, easily distracted.
Yeah. And it's also like very is very out of the loop on what's actually happening.
Most of the time.
I'm
especially when regards to Team Plasma. She just knows they're bad guys that take away Pokemon.
And then suddenly this whole hero stuff. She says, yeah, good luck with that.
She doesn't know what she's doing, but she's trying to still there to support.
I think it is that I think it's also through through the post game, a post champion fight.
Like with her.
Or she thinks she decided she wants to become a researcher.
Or which, hey, she ends up doing so on Black 2 and White 2. Wouldn't you know?
Yeah.
And of course there's also that iconic moment with Elisa.
And her dad. Yeah.
Explain that Bianca should be allowed to be independent and figure things out for herself.
Often, yeah.
Also, she's never really done that before in her life.
Yeah.
Like, because her father are so sheltering.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's an interesting thing to tackle. She is so clueless because she's been sheltered her whole life.
Yeah. Yeah. Your rival. These two are like they're with you throughout the game.
And you really do see them grow as characters. And no one exemplifies that more than N.
Oh man.
It's probably a surprise to no one that N ended up in S tier.
He also talks. He always talks. He always talks fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. The
Yeah,
fun.
his text speed is literally faster than whatever setting it's on. It's even faster than the fast text. If it's set to fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is a dedicated fastest speed only used by N.
Yeah, it's like instant text.
There is an instant text speed only used by N, which I think is hilarious.
But yeah, he's someone who can understand, someone who can talk to Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at first when you fight him, he's very mysterious when you fight him in the first the first time.
I mean, preaches is about how he agrees with Team Plasma.
Not that. If you really think it's right for Pokemon to battle each other, and then says he knows. Then the second time he said he knows what he has to do.
Yeah.
Said that he must meet the dragon out of your version, and depending on the version. And your next encounter, it's revealed he's just straight up that he leads Team Plasma, kind of. Well, he's there. He's the king of Team Plasma. And then, basically, and yeah, then shows his true reason. I mean,
yeah,
it still tries to understand you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then makes his declaration that he'll become the champion. He'll beat the champion and become unstoppable. And then on how all right, he even calls out Juniper about how is absolutely revolted by the idea of the Pokedex.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, how that disgusting thing, you can understand Pokemon that way. Anyway, putting them into arbitrary categories. Even claiming to understand them like that. Like that. And how basically everything goes as planned with him. When he says he'll do something, he does it.
Because he's got an army behind him.
Even if you take down that army, he's still one step ahead of you.
No, and he appears quite a few more times.
Yeah, when he awakens the dragon, he says, "As if you want to face me, go find the other one."
And even calls into question the whole deal of Team Plasma. Backpedals on himself. When you encounter him as Strawlin and your Pokemon seem to like you.
Yeah, dude is basically just dude is practically brainwashed us to think that like this. It's because he lived it. He was basically raised to. Dude was raised.
He's raised to be a puppet king, basically.
Yeah, is it how he was given Pokemon, and how he was, and how he interacted with Pokemon that were intentionally and given in Pokemon that were hurt by trainers, handpicked.
To show him the worst of humanity.
And why he should believe that humans and Pokemon shouldn't coexist. Yeah, dude, he was manipulated the whole through like his whole life.
I mainly by one man.
And
Getsus.
Mainly from Getsus. Isn't by the end, and then it's only through your final encounter with him, and he realizes the real formula the real formula
Uh, is harmony.
and how these things they can't is coexistence and how one you can't how one thing these two things need exist for is for balance and 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 also I think he might have healing magic or some shit. Also like prayer magic or some shit.
Yeah.
Because both times you run into him, and before it gets as he as in the first game he says your name and then aim ding, and then you're fully healed. And then same goes for again. Same goes for and then yeah, yeah. I don't know. And then yeah, the fact that he even in return he returns in black and white too. The final would actually confront gets us.
This is just an awesome character moment for
And
him.
even trying to reason with him.
Ultimately failing because it's Getsus.
But that attempt to reason and just breaks him. Just literally breaks Getsus.
Getsus does not understand why N is acting this way.
He doesn't understand and kindness. Yeah. Vinny.
Why are you screaming?
And I think you even have this moment with N in the post game of Black and White too, where after beating him with just his dragon, and he thinks it's for the better, or that it goes with the player, or and even says, "Yeah, I know, I don't, yeah, I know you don't want to, but it's for the, oh, and yeah, I'll miss you too." Oh, man, I sure hope they didn't try and replicate that and fail.
Yeah, that would be not good.
Oh wait, they did.
Yay!
But yeah, N is just
there's a reason. There's a reason people talk about him so
he's
much.
one of the best written characters in the series.
Yeah, he's a good contender for the best.
Now after enough Gen 5 of stuff, now on to the remaining rivals for Gen 8.
Yep. Marnie was a half-baked character. But I think the other two are a lot more interesting and memorable.
So,
should we start with Hop or Bede?
I guess you could go with Bede.
Start with Bede.
They finally had decided to have a jerk rival again.
And yeah, this guy's constantly he acting like he's better than you, and how the chairman himself, he's endorsed by the chairman himself. He constantly talks about the chairman, and like he is obsessed with him.
All right, because he Rose adopted him.
Yeah, and we actually find out that Rose basically adopted Bede.
Threw him into school sent him to school for several years.
It's like, well, son, you gotta ought to help me. You gather these shiny rock things, and so we can save the Gala region.
And from a crisis,
from an energy crisis.
That's like 1,000 years away.
And he's like, okay, Dad.
Okay.
And I'll go. I'll get the shiny rock things for you.
And I think I remember the first when he actually does interact with Bede. Rose kind of forgot who he was.
Yeah, he literally forgot this guy existed.
Yeah, nice.
Well, very telling as to what Rose thinks of him.
And so I think when Bede destroys is the wall painting, he's then scolded and just
and has his gym license revoked.
Oh, and his and was basically just thrown out.
Rose just fucking disowned his son in front of some kid in a public place.
And then I think Sonya even mentions that he'd had no family.
And the reason he's so obsessed with Rose is because he's the only person who's even ever shown him even a smidgen of kindness.
Yeah, Rose just used him as a means to an end.
And it ultimately fucked the guy up a big time.
But Bede was given a second chance through
Opal.
Oh, Pink.
Well, eccentric. It seems that Opal does at least care for Bede.
And then you finally see him again, and during the finals. Then he shows up during the final, and saying, "What the fuck?" He went.
All the ridiculous training Opal put him through.
It was like a fucking boot camp.
It was like practically a boot camp.
I'm taking quizzes.
The caustic quizzes. Those are the absurd questions.
And then he does. However, he does. Then saying that if he loses, he'll quit. He'll retire from battling. But he only said that. But he just said that was an excuse.
It was to make things more dramatic. And after he loses, the crowd doesn't want him to quit.
Yes. And then I think
and he admits that he wasn't actually going to quit. He was just being dramatic.
And in the post game story, because he already dealt with the Dynamax Pokemon on Bell and Leia. He just decides to fight you instead.
And I think that's a neat touch.
That's just you
see him taking care of the gym and actually really putting it, being able to pull off more than any of the other gym leaders were able to.
Oh yeah. Wow, dude just recently got the title of gym leader, yet is somehow more competent.
Literally, Raihan wasn't able to handle a Dynamax Pokemon.
Yep.
But a Bede was.
Yeah.
That certainly has some interesting implications.
But yeah, they finally had another jerk rival again.
And I really think they did do him right. The only thing I would have liked is maybe a little more screen time.
Yeah, he is basically just,
maybe more gradual development for him, but
he is kind of just sidelined halfway through the game. Though he is a motivator, he does
quite a good motivator,
and plays is part of
the overall story of the game and the development of Hop.
Now, yeah, on the surface.
If you start the game and it seems like he's just gonna be How 2.0.
They have the same, the same animation.
They literally reuse some of How's animations for Hop.
Okay, sure. You probably fight him too many times.
I can't say that much.
But you fight him 8 times, like 8 times in the story. At first he says he wants us to be the best, to be like Leon, but then after Bede kicks his ass.
I was told that How sorry, not How. No. He's told that Hop ran off crying.
Hop just felt I did just a lot. Bede. I thought something happened. Bede did something, and
I think Bede said something about that really hurt his self-worth.
Or like how you're not. You don't have anything. You can't really. You're only following in someone else's path.
And of course,
and that causes Hop to go through a bit of a
crisis.
Each battle he has like a very different.
It's an entirely different team of Pokemon. He's like desperately trying to figure out what he's doing wrong.
He's really just throwing things at a wall,
all and hoping something sticks.
And then I think it's in Sarchester where it finally comes to a head. And I think it's also Sonya giving him that motivation.
And he's just able to sort of accept that he's not meant to be like a Leon.
And that's where he gets his. That's where you see his final team.
Yeah, and that's when he actually uses his full final team.
Aim.
Legendary dog notwithstanding.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a real. It's a. And then and after beating him in the semifinal, he thanks you for helping him find for helping him realize
Helping him figure out what he wanted to do with his life.
and in the and after upon beating the post game
Story, he announces that he wants to be a professor. Amusing, very amusing, considering the next game revealed that one of his ancestors was a professor.
Yeah. So and I think even Leon shows up to congratulate him, poses,
then walks away. Yeah, that's Leon for you.
I saw you two battling, and I
almost sent my Charizard out to join in. Was that in the beginning?
Yeah, I think it was.
No, that would have been a terrible idea. But this isn't about Leon.
But, yeah, Hop has he just has.
He just has this interesting development that I think we hadn't really seen before that outside of Black and White.
Yeah. I think Gen
somewhat reminiscent of Charon.
And yeah, I think Gen 8 was a bit of a course correction in terms of characters. Characters were handled.
Oh, I'm trying to make sure each character is memorable and likable.
And has a purpose to exist.
Well, most of them, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've gone past the days of Cherno. No, this last one, I'm not really sure if this
even counts as a rival, but for the sake of not being told, oh, hey, you forgot a Volo.
To anyone even watching right now, which is nobody.
We are including him.
He's also like very compressed on this list.
Yeah, he is tiny. Flat.
Yeah. So yeah, Volo. I don't know if he really. I don't really know.
He does battle you a few times.
Twice.
Battles you twice.
I see. He's
the main game.
I see. He's there. He's always around. When you are. He always shows up at just the right time. I'm not sure if he really counts as a rival.
Well, he's really just here because, yeah.
I don't know.
Now, as for his overall character, and why he's an S tier character in general, well, we will be going over that
in a more appropriate
list. And of course, Legends Arceus spoilers. Here's even though the game's been out for almost a year at this point.
God damn. But that's really all I have to say about their. Volo is probably more safe for a more appropriate list.
We're not going to go too much into his character or today because is it tomorrow?
I think that's tomorrow.
Check. I believe it's tomorrow, actually.
Okay, let me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, because
yeah, I feel like that's more appropriate.
More appropriate for tomorrow. So, yeah.
Now I guess we've spent all this time talking
about our personal opinions on the characters, literally almost 2 hours, and now it's finally time to go over the teams of the rivals.
Why even have to go over the teams in D tier?
Let's see.
Well, you got.
Let me look. Oh,
Don't even have to.
yes.
Fine. Fine, as pointless as this sounds.
Let's go over them.
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's go over them. All right. Another page for rivals. Yeah, yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Gen 1 Blue. Do I gotta go? Do I have to?
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Okay, fine. Fine, I'll go over it.
Blue and Pokemon.
And yeah.
And blue in.
Uh,
Ooh, in Generation 1.
oh, it's Gen 1.
It's Gen 1. It's his champion team. Literally, most of the moves are normal type. Let's see, what types of moves does he have to attack with? Flying, Psychic, Water, Fire. That is it.
Normal.
Normal.
Rhydon has both Leer and Tail Whip.
What about his other starter teams? How much better are they?
Not better.
Not better. Oh no, Blastoise. Now it's Fire.
Withdraw!
No. Yep. Alright, well, okay, anyways. I think let's look at Blastoise team. He's got Flying, Psychic, Fire, Water, Ice, Normal. Grass team, Venusaur team, Flying, Psychic, Water, Fire, Grass.
Yay.
Blastoise team has an Ice move.
Wow, his yellow teams.
Yellow. Is Yellow any better? Oh my god, his tight coverage is absolute garbage.
Well, his new core that's always the same as is new consistent, and trio is Sandslash, Alakazam, and Exeggutor.
Yep. Oh boy, I'm guessing Vaporeon's probably the best.
I guess because
it has ice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, Pin Missile. That's such a good move. Yeah, Vaporeon.
Yeah,
We're gonna be judging his best Vaporeon team as his best team.
It's not really that good.
There's Ground, Poison, Sting, Psychic, Fire, Electric, Water, Ice. It's a bit better, but it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
His fucking. Why does Ninetales have quick attack?
I have no idea.
What?
I have no idea. But yeah, it's Gen.
So fucking weird.
It's Gen 2. It's Gen 1.
Mm.
About Silver.
Silver in Gen 2? No, this is Gen 2 specifically, I guess.
Yeah. Gen 2, right.
We're ranking them by game. How is Silver in Gold, Silver, Crystal?
Oh, Lord. Well, I mean...
Let's see.
I mean, it could be worse.
Which team do you think is best?
I don't know. It's
Oh, it
just the
doesn't change.
starter.
It's just a starter. Do any of his starters have a coverage move?
No.
Ah, okay. Never mind. Okay, so he has, in terms of types, he has dark, bug, flying, electric, ghost, psychic, and his starter type.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which,
Not very good.
not very good coverage. And he has, okay, he has Sneasel and Sneasel isn't amazing in Gen 2. It has two special types.
Mm.
Right, next in D tier, we have Brendan / May, Ruby and Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
And oh boy,
Yeah, RSC.
RSE, Brendan and May.
They don't even have 4 Pokemon.
They have 3 Pokemon. They have 3 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, final. Oh, they have. Yeah.
They have 4 Pokemon in your final battle with them, which and you know what those Pokemon are? Well, the best 2 of the teams have a Slugma, so the best in quotes team has Ludicolo and Pelipper
Mm-hmm.
and Tropius.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Always has either 2 grass types or 2 water types.
Yeah, they always have.
Types out of 4 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely abysmal coverage is on those.
Mm-hmm.
They're just the starter being a middle stage starter too, and their strongest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Wally.
Wally RSE. All right, what does he have? What's his final team? It's not good. There are some good Pokemon, namely, really just Altaria, Magneton, and Gardevoir. Delcatty sucks, and Roselia's meh.
Yeah.
Let's see, what kind of moves does he have? Flying, Dragon, Dark, Grass, Electric, Psychic. Man, what's all these early gen triggers and having absolutely horrid type coverage?
I don't know. Oh, who else are in here? Oh, Lord.
Who else?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, no. Is it all 3 of these?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
These guys don't even have, like, full teams.
We have the friends from Kalos.
Where's your third move? Where's your third move?
Third move. Hand it over.
Your fourth move.
Your 4th move. In the final battle, she has 3 Pokemon. Which one covers the most of her existing weaknesses? Delphox. I'd say Delphox is the best team.
Mm-hmm.
So in this, she what kind of attacks does she have? She has 3 Pokemon. Play rough, fainted. She has Fairy, Dark, Dragon, Poison, and Ground. Fire Psychic.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terrible for 3 Pokemon, but it's still 3 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is a Delcatty.
Oh, dear.
Tierno. Oh, God.
What?
His Roserade only knows Petal Dance.
Oops.
If you bring something with Sap Sipper, it can't hurt you. How many different types of moves can Tierno attack with? Flying, Grass, Dark, Water, 4, and Quick Attack.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
Trevor has good Pokemon,
They all have.
The moveset, but not enough of them. He doesn't have a full team. This could be almost a decent team if it was full.
Well, hey, yet you fight. Hey, yet you fight these 3 back to back, but damn.
But maybe you shouldn't have, and they should have been separate and had full teams.
Is what the fuck?
Okay. Starting with.
What starting with?
All right. Well, who are we? All right. Well, okay. We didn't even go over what Trevor's team is.
Oh yeah, it's a Forgus, Raichu, and Aerodactyl.
Forgus, Raichu, Aerodactyl.
Mm-hmm. It's just he doesn't have he doesn't.
He is yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, this fucking joke. This fucking joke of a team.
We've went over Trace's terrible champion team.
And yep, it's reflective here.
Put it in D tier there.
Yep.
It's in D tier here.
It belongs in the trash.
Well, the rematch team is actually pretty good.
It's. Oh wait, are we talking about this?
We're not talking about him as a champion.
Not as a champion, I don't.
Okay, so before or champion match.
Or was it? Or was it? I don't know. Or how we were hearing that? Is it just?
It couldn't be the champion match.
She just.
Match, considering that would actually be decent. Ignore champion match. What's his final battle before champion?
No. Oh dear.
6th battle. That's probably it. Yeah. All right. Final rival battle. That's probably why. Yeah, that's probably what we're doing. I would assume. I'm confused.
I don't know. Look,
Trey should have been in a higher tier if we were talking.
No,
about
some of these are post game fights.
Not fights as something other than a rival, though.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing.
I don't know. I don't remember. Again.
His team sucks. It's fine as a champion, and in the rematch, which we didn't rank for champion list.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Yeah, we did. Okay.
We said that was bad.
Okay.
They only had 3 moves.
Oh, the rematch?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
I don't know.
Okay, so who's next?
Getting out of that.
We're in C tier.
Mm-hmm. There's 3 in here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these were rematches or something.
Alright, so let's get all 3 of those pages open. Let's start with how. Yeah, it couldn't have been champion teams if we were ranking them by rivals.
Or is it?
We couldn't have been ranking him as a champion.
Because this is the last time you fight them normally, and
yeah, which is why he. Oh, C tier.
C. This is C.
So it had to have been as champion.
My head hurts. This is just, look.
Mine too. I don't understand how is in C tier, but Trace is in D tier.
I think it's just the lack of coverage.
He had like 10, 20, 12 different types of moves on this team.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, House team.
Or is it just that the team is exploitable? Team has too many weaknesses.
There's too many weaknesses.
This is.
That's my guess. I genuinely don't remember how we.
I made these months ago.
I don't remember how we ranked these.
I made these months ago.
I don't remember what rules we put down for this.
It's. Yeah, we already ranked Hell's champion team.
Well, yeah, we gotta go over it for this video.
All right.
We're still covering it. All right. So what are his glaring weaknesses then? You said we were judging. He's exploitable. Well, that's what you said.
The problem was.
Yeah.
Team is very weak to rock.
Oh yeah.
Team is it was
Flareon, Noivern, and Crabominable are all weak to rock.
Chrono's neutral.
Flareon and Noivern are weak to rock. The others have counters for.
Two are weak. Well, Chrono and Noivern are weak. Also weak to Fairy.
Crabominable and Noivern are weak to Fairy.
Tauros and Chrono are both weak to fighting.
Weak to fighting. Yeah. It's not like there's a big thing Harris team's weak to.
I don't know which. I really don't know why. I don't know.
This is one we need to redo at some point.
Yeah.
This one confuses the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we were rushing to put this list together.
I'm not sure what the criteria.
Whenever we made it, because we didn't define the criteria.
I made these like back in May or something.
We really should have written down how we were judging these.
It is. Isn't I? Yeah, I think we went over Marty's team.
Not on this video. All right, rematch. It's all right.
All right, just all right teams.
Yeah, it's all right. She has Liebird on it.
And
she's supposed to be a specialist.
Yeah.
Just in dark, but she has a Toxicroak. Same things we've gone over before with her. All right, Avery. Oh yeah.
Is this
ignoring the
rematch? Yeah. Oh, he only has 4 regard.
After completing the Galarian Star Tournament, he has an extra.
I think it's just the post tournament. I think it's just the other slow.
Yeah, slow king. So yeah.
Doesn't really. No.
How does he counter Psychic's weaknesses? Since that's what we're judging.
Since he's a specialist.
So Dark Bug Ghost. In terms of ghost counters, just Shadow Ball on Alakazam.
Bug.
Mystical Fire on Rapidash.
Wait, why are you writing a special Rapidash?
Oh yeah, why does he have special Rapidash?
What?
Ignoring Rapidash isn't a good bug counter. He has Air Slash on Swoobat.
But it's Swoobat.
And Power Gem on Slowking.
Okay.
Which, fine.
Yeah, it's pretty poor coverage.
And for Dark, Focus Blast on Obro.
Yay.
Wow, Focus Blast. My favorite move. Yeah, I see why. Yeah, I see why this is a C tier.
Or doesn't really cover their weaknesses that well.
Well, but like there are some good things about it. B tier.
Blues team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what was this. Yeah.
Probably only looking at Kanto.
Yeah, Kanto, of course, or it's only Kanto. Oh, the other one where he is a rival.
So this is Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Fire Red and Leaf Green. Are we talking about this one?
This is C tier blue.
Yeah, B
tier blue.
I think we weren't counting the final time you fight them.
Okay. Weren't?
Were,
yeah. All right. Yeah, I know. I just wasn't sure what the ruling on rivals who were also champions was.
Yeah. Yeah. Not. Yeah.
I'm clear on that.
So I guess going by this,
it's pretty good. It's got some.
He leads with it's Sandstream.
Does lose points for leading with something that sets up Sandstream when all of his Pokemon other than that and Tyranitar are take damage from it.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he gets rid of the fucking Pidgeot for a Heracross.
Yeah, he replaces Pidgeot with Heracross, which is just a much better Pokemon in general. It's got Mega Horn and Earthquake.
Movesets are definitely a lot better.
Yeah, Mega Horn, Earthquake. It can rock, tomb, and counter on Heracross. That's a bit weird.
Don't know why they didn't have Brick Breaker.
Should have Brick Break.
Don't know what Tyranitar's a bit held back to the
to the special. It's got Aerial Ace. No, it's got Thunderbolt and Crunch on it.
Mm-hmm.
Alakazam's running Shadow Ball, which is physical in this game.
Yep.
And on paper, he's got really good coverage, but it's just that the lack of a physical special split, it makes it so some of his team members are using moves that don't make sense for them.
Yeah. And yeah, on paper
Well, it seems like a really solid team, but there is weirdness going on, which is why he's not in a higher tier.
Actually, this is where a majority of the rivals go.
Yeah. Next is Silver from HGSS.
HGSS Silver. Yeah, he's a. Once again, why doesn't he have a Weavile or Magnezone?
No idea.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot better. Also having that fucking. Yeah. I think would it be his for alligator team? That would the one with the for alligator that is the best.
Well, it depends what's on that.
Flamethrower, Rollout, Will-O-Wisp, and Swift. Ice Fang slash Aquatail and Crunch. Synthesis is Pedal Dance, Body Slam, and Light Screen.
Alright, yeah, probably for alligator.
Or yeah, actually, yeah.
You good coverage.
Yeah, look at that. Sneasel actually has Sneasel can actually use its physical attack, but
even though it still knows Icy Wind for some reason.
I don't know to slow you down.
Okay. You're probably gonna be switching out at some point during the fight, though. So that's a little...
Really, that should be a Weavile.
Yeah.
Oh, they bothered to update the level. While they were at it. Yeah, they should have been a Weavile.
Elite Four use National Dexamons, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, round 2 uses. Yeah,
so I'll see why Silver can't.
Yeah, overall, also some also Magneton is a pretty dumb move set.
Out of Discharge, Magnet Bomb, Mirror Shot, and Thunder Wave. Why did it have Magnet Bomb?
Sneasel has Shadow Claw.
Also, that's cool.
Oh, Feint Attack.
Even if it should have had Night Slash instead. Like, there's no reason to run Dark and Ghost on the same moveset.
Tell that to Gengar, too.
Yeah. Goofy. There's a bit of goofiness here, but it's a lot more competent than his team from GSC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then we have your neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
These two actually have differences in moveset, as in team.
Isn't it just Meowstic?
It's just Meowstic, I think.
Meowstic.
I think it's literally just Meowstic.
What was the difference between them? They have their hidden abilities?
No.
They don't even have their hidden abilities, just their movesets being different.
No, wait, they're not.
They're not. They're the same Pokemon.
The same.
And they give them the same moves.
Oh, they have a Mega Absol.
Also, that's pretty good.
They got a Clefable.
Clefable's great.
8.
It's got Meteor Mash for some reason, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's decent. Could just use one extra move slot on half of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got. Yeah. Seriously, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same team.
Mhm.
Teams and yeah, and then your counterpart Ardenno Raz. As or they have 5 Pokemon, but
On a full type core.
or their Mega Starter. Okay, one of them has Meg. Okay, two of these have Meg Cargo. Uh, uh, two of these have Meg Cargo. Oh. Oh, so we ain't talking about that one. And we got the Blaziken team.
Yeah, I think Blaziken team's best team.
Mm-hmm.
We have Aerial Ice, Steel Wing, U-turn, Quick Attack on Swallow, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, Quick Attack, and Leg Screen on Maichu, Surf, Heavy Slam, Bulldoze, and Ice Beam on Wailord, Seed Bomb, Force Palm, Venomous Shock, and Rock Tomb on Breloom,
Okay.
Blaze Kick, Brick Break, Quick Attack, and Shadow Claw on Blaziken.
Why
Just a few questionable decisions on the moveset.
Mm-hmm.
That keep it out of a higher tier.
Or yeah. In terms of, and now Beat and Clara.
Yep.
Uh uh. Uh.
Who's the last two in B tier?
And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
and oh yeah.
All right.
It's
B.
yeah.
It's same P as usual. It's all right. It's got some decent ideas going on.
Yeah.
On Zen Headbutt, Slash Strike, Drill Run, and Dazzling Gleam on Rapidash. I don't know why it has Dazzling Gleam over Play Rough, but okay. Okay.
It's held back by Mawile.
It's held back by having Mawile on it.
Yeah. It really.
And that Mawile being the only good counter to Poison and Steel.
Mm-hmm.
No, to Poison. Rapidash has Drill Run. Okay, fine. And Mystical Fire, Drill Run takes care of both its weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And Mystical Fire on Hatterene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that stupid Mawile.
It's the Mawile.
And Clara actually, I mean Poison and by point.
By default has two weaknesses, so it's a lot easier to counter than Psychic. Heck. So, in terms of covering in ground, Scald and Blizzard or Slow King, Levitate on Weezing, Ice Fang on Drapion, on Scald on Slow Bro.
Yeah. Scolipede is neutral on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot. It also just the roster's a lot is better.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a better roster than Avery.
A better roster than Avery. Overall, and in terms of countering,
yeah, encountering their weaknesses better.
Yeah, what's the other weakness?
Psychic. Psychic.
Psychic's countered by being neutral on the slow. Is immune by Drapion, and the and Scolipede has Mega Horn.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she counters her weaknesses really well.
Oh yeah.
Well, compared to Avery.
Yeah. And also doesn't have a fucking Swoobat.
So just solid team.
Yeah.
And now we get into A tier. Great.
Oh wait, we have.
No, wait. First,
these two aren't even on. These aren't even counted as rivals.
Oh, but they're. I mean, what else do we classify them as?
As.
Alright, they have the same team.
Yeah, they have the same team.
So just go to one of their pages.
After request 988, I guess. What? What? So why is there a Clefairy?
Why is it an evolved Clefairy?
There's no Eviolite. Oh yeah, Pikachu with no a light ball.
Yep.
Oh, due to Legends not having in held items. Oh, oh yeah, right. They gain a starter or afterwards.
Or is to counter your starter?
Or,
Is it to counter your starter?
I think Joe,
Oh no, it's the 1 week to your starter.
because of course it is.
Yeah, they gain the starter week to yours or something. Okay, so electric. So what do they already have on the team? They already have. Well, water's the one they need the most. So
Yeah.
we're keeping. So we're going with the Empoleon team. It's flamethrower and energy.
Oh, actually, all right. Yeah, Clefairy and Empoleon have 5 effort level.
Well, same with Pikachu.
Pikachu has 3.
Pikachu has 3 effort level. Why does Pikachu have less effort levels than those two? That's supposed to be their ace.
But seriously, Pikachu and Clefairy.
Oh, I guess that's the joke. That's the reference.
Yeah,
It's Pikachu and Clefairy.
But still.
Still, should have been a Clefable.
Oh, and also, yeah, Pikachu with a game where you can't use Light Ball
Is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That aside, Mr. Mime has a good. Mr. Mime, Staraptor, and Empoleon all have good movesets, and for being unevolved, Clefairy also has a good moveset.
This has Calm Mind, which is like an Omni boost, right?
Yeah, it is in this game. In this game, Calm Mind is an Omni boost because offense and defense are singular stats.
Yeah.
That can be boosted.
It's actually
Calm Mind's really good in this game.
I mean, yeah, it's a decent team.
It's a decent team.
Just held back by having 2 unevolved Pokemon.
If they were evolved, this might make it into A tier, honestly.
Or if Legends had held
If
items.
this game had held items for Pikachu and Clefairy, maybe you give them Light Ball and Eviolite. This could be A tier.
But yeah, it's
as it stands. Still the last entries in B tier, and now for A tier, which consists solely of Bianca.
Yeah.
Great, but we didn't think great enough to get into S tier.
All right. All right. Yeah. Post game rematch.
Yeah. Post game rematch with Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go with the one where she doesn't have a fire type other than Chandelure.
Well, I think she always has that.
Yeah, I know she always has Chandelure. So.
Okay, so not Embor.
So not Embor, not the one with Semisear. So her superior team.
Mm-hmm.
He was the most varied. Right. Alright, she has Stoutland with Return, Ice Fang, Wild Charge, and Surf is odd, but yeah. Return, Surf, Rock Slide, and Brick Break. It got Semi-Poor.
Oh, they all have return because
they all have Return, yeah.
Yeah, they all have return.
Isn't that because does Bianca give you Return? I don't remember.
No, I think it's just to show her personality.
It's to show off her personality, even if it's a weird thing to have on Chandelure or Musharna.
Yeah. Also, Surf on Stoutland is a bit weird.
Surf on Stoutland's odd, but yeah. Drain Punch and U-turn and Fake Out Automate Shao's an interesting utility set. At Shadow Ball, at Overheat and Psychic, Chandelure, Dragon Tail, Leaf Storm, the Leaf Storm and Coil on a Superior can be threatening.
Oh, a bit weird.
And can hit you with a powerful Dragon Tail.
So yeah, it's not contrary.
It's not contrary, so
yeah.
I mean, not going to give her a hidden ability.
Yeah, but
So the ability patch didn't exist, and that would imply she replaced her starter if they did that.
What they fucking implied with Wally in the battle tree.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, yeah.
Different Pokemon.
I think there's just a bit of redundancy on this in the team.
Even with the
in like having Psychic
bothering to run Surf on Stoutland and Psychic on Chandelure. or as well as just having return on everything. It's a cute personality gimmick, but that is a useless move of Musharna and Chandelure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
That aside, those minor nitpicks aside, which keep her out of S tier, it is a great team. And speaking of S tier,
Speaking of S tier, we have
the best of the best.
Barry. Starting with Barry.
Yeah, Barry boy.
All right, his all right.
Yeah, there are a surprising amount of S tiers.
Weekend battles. I guess we're going weekend battles. Platinum. Platinum. Not that.
Not Diamond Pearl. We're going to
or the other or
BDSP,
which is like
Barry's platinum team.
Weekend battles. Which one?
What do we say is best? All right, so his type core that he switches out are Rapidash, Floatzel, and Roserade.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Well, let's look at those and see what's the most and least redundant. All right, Rapidash, if it's on the team, has bounce. Rapidash adds the least overall.
Mm-hmm.
So probably Infernape team.
Okay, so all right.
Infernape team's the best team.
Mm-hmm.
Move that pillow out of the way. Hey, so he has Staraptor, Aerial Ace, Steel Wing, U-turn, close combat, powerful physical Staraptor, and it can close combat into U-turn. So it gets out of there after lowering its defense.
Mm-hmm.
Hence Floatzel running Aqua Jet, Crunch, Ice Fang, Brick Break, just a solid boost over Floatzel. I would have given it Waterfall all instead of Aqua Jet, but I get they have a thing with not giving trainers HM moves.
Except they do that with stuff when they have a Gyarados.
Yeah, Gyarados gets Waterfall and Surf. Oh, never mind. They just didn't want to do that with Barry, I guess.
Oh no.
Because maybe Waterfall felt like a weird move to give it.
Yeah.
Roserade, Giga Drain, and Grass Whistle, Shadow Ball, and Poison Jab.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Heracross, Mega Horn, Rock Slide, Night Slash, Close Combat.
Mm-hmm.
Snorlax's Body Slam, Rest, Crunch, and Earthquake. And Infernape has Flamethrower, Aerial Ace, Focus Blast, and Shadow Claw.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, overall, just a really good team.
Mm-hmm. The Poison Jab on Roserade is a bit weird.
I should be running Sludge Bomb, but whatever.
Yeah.
And following that trend, we have Sharan.
Yeah.
Charon.
Is a Victory Road battle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Wait, which one are you looking at?
All right, which one do you see? Well, which one's those two done? Do either anything else have a starter type?
No.
All right, between the pair, don't they all the same move sets except for the type? So it's really which starter has the best and least redundant move set. Emboar has fighting when Simi Sage already does, as well as Head Smash when that already has a Rock Slide. So Emboar has fire and an electric to bring to the table. Well, what about the others? Or Samurott gets not counting a Surf on Haxorus because what has X Scissor? It brings water and ice to the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Superior brings brings grass and dragon to the table.
Mm-hmm.
No, just grass. So Superior is not the best one. So water and ice, or ice or fire and electric. I think ice is a better type.
Okay.
So Samurai team.
Oh, they're like holding an item too.
Yeah, they're all holding items. So that's really good. Liepard. Why does he have that? All right, Fake Out, Aerial Ace, Shadow Claw, Night Slash. Shadow Claw, Night Slash is a bit redundant to have. They're both, I've been over this. This Flamethrower, Rock Slide, Brick Break, and Payback on Snake Seer, and it's holding charcoal to make Flamethrower stronger. On Pheasant with U-Turn, Quick Attack, Air Slash, and Facade. It's holding Scope Lens. Is that the crit one? Or is that the you move second, you get the accuracy boost?
The scope lens is just the high crit one.
Yeah, it gives you a high crit rate.
A Giggleth has leftovers.
Hers makes sense. It's bulky. Got Giga Impact, X Stone Edge, Earth, you can Stealth Rock. And Haxorus has Outrage, X Scissor, Rock Slide, and Surf.
Yeah.
I do not know why this thing has Surf. If it just does. Does for like no real good reason. Samurai, Hydro Pump, X Scissor, Blizzard, and Aqua Jet.
Yeah.
So yeah, just overall a really good team. No real major complaints about it, and obvious weaknesses. They're all holding items too.
Yeah.
Which gives him some points into Bianca.
And well, the guy with the legendary.
Does he have a fire or electric type outside of the legendary? Okay, well, what do they cover her? What do fire and electric cover? Really, it just actually goes on to whether Zekrom or Reshiram brings more of the team. Fusion Bolt, Hold, and Headbutt, and versus Fusion Flare and Extra Scent. Okay, so they're basically
same team.
He has the dragon with a fusion move and a psychic move. Move as well as a screen and the normal recharge move. Move. Caracosta with Stone Edge, Aqua Jet, Crunch, and Waterfall. Vanillix with Blizzard, Hail, Flash Cannon, and Frost Breath. Has to deal with water types. Archeops with Stone Edge, Acrobatics, Dragon Claw, and Crunch. Zoroark with Flamethrower, Focus Blast, Night Slash, and Retaliate. Clink Clang with Flash Cannon, Metal Sound, Hyper Beam, and Thunderbolt.
Special Clang.
Yeah, special Clink Clang is weird, but yeah, this is highly elevated by the fact that he has a legendary, and Archeops is amazing too.
To be fair, this team is pretty weak to fighting.
Oh yeah, most of them are fighting weak, but to be fair, the other two do counter it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not as big of an issue. Well, it's easy to sweep still once you get past Reshiram. So.
But also I think it's just that's N's team.
And next
is Hughes.
Hug. Alright, which team? I assume the monkeys have the same moveset.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so let's really just look at their look at the starter variety. Alright, Emboar adds nothing actually. Emboar only has stuff other Pokemon can already do. Samurai adds ice, and Superior adds grass. So it depends on whether you think ice or grass is a more valuable type for his team. You need to have offensively.
Yeah.
Grass covers mostly the same things as water, so I'm going to lean towards the side of Samurott being his best team.
Okay.
So one Pheasant, Giga Impact, Aerial Ace, U-Turn, Swagger. or Rock Slide, Focus Blast, Acrobatics, and Energy Ball on Semi-Sage. Bouffalant has Head Charge, Wild Charge, Mega Horn, Earthquake. Damn it, I told you to move that. Flygon with Earthquake, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor, and Stone Edge.
Yeah.
Electros with Wild Charge, Flamethrower, Dragon Claw, and Crunch.
Samurott with Hydro Pump, Mega Horn, Ice Spew, and Grass Knot.
Yep.
And
yeah, it's
yeah,
just, again, a really good team.
Yeah,
they're holding items.
It's just, yeah.
I cannot complain about that.
All right, now for the
Four.
Yeah, right, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
All right, right, Wally.
Wally.
All right. I'm like, well. Only the second. Well, we got it. Yeah, yeah. So his team is just, it was like the same normally, but the battle base on
has a 1% chance of having you fight Wally with a full team.
if you've beaten a battle chatelaine and a super battle.
Only a 1% chance every. No, you
1% chance to get an ability capsule.
So you do battle him, I assume, regardless.
Yeah. Oh.
Rosary with Shadow Ball.
It's a competitive team.
Leech Seed, Petal, Blizzard, Poison Jab. I guess it's fine as a mixed attacker. Talonflame with Brave Bird, Flare, but Stealing Tailwind, and it has as Life Orb and Gale Wings.
Yeah.
So it's Brave Bird, or could sweep you easily. Assault Vest, Huge Power, Azumarill with.
Oh, I see. Leech Seed, Bright Powder.
Oh, to.
For Roserade.
Oh, so it can dodge you.
I'm
gonna attempt to stack poison on as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Azumarill with Aqua Jet, Aqua Tail, play of an Iron Tail
with Assault Vest.
So that thing is not dying. Magnezone with Air Balloon, so you can't just Earthquake it immediately. Thunderwave with Thunderwave, Discharge, Reflect, and Flash Cannon, Statuser, or mostly. Garchomp with Rocky Helmet.
Rocky Skin.
Yep, Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin stacked.
Dragon Claw, Crunch, Earthquake, and Stone Edge.
Like, holy shit.
And of course, Mega Glade.
Yep.
It's Psycho Cut, Close Combat, Leaf Blade, and Sword. Holy shit! He made a competitive.
He made a competitive team.
You can tell he's only spent some time here.
Like, holy shit! This team is probably, unironically, the strongest rival team in the whole series.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's from fucking Wally.
It's a
glow up. Talk about a glow up from the kid with a Delcatty on his team.
Yeah, you fight him. It's just his normal team in the third battle. Oh, but then he just basically just discards everything.
No, not everything.
Except
he has Rosary. He has half the team.
He keeps half the team.
Delcatty and Altaria get shafted.
Yeah.
Talonflame / Azumarill and Garchomp.
Yeah, it just adds. Yeah, holy shit. Oh, yeah, like holy shit, man.
It is insane.
And yeah, Wally has a fucking competitive team.
Even like Jesus. I moved that alarm because I thought we'd be done with the video by now.
All right, so then we have Gladion. On his, I guess his Ultra Title Defense.
Yeah, Ultra Title Defense, I think, is his strongest team. All right, so Valley. All right, which type? Is there a type of a starter type that's already covered?
It has the memory that's super effective and the starter of your type.
Yeah, is it? All right, so it's Charizard that we're mainly. So it's the Kanto starter we're mainly looking at. I have to judge this.
Yeah.
So Charizard adds fire, adds fire and Iron Grounded Dragon. All right, what are the others? Blastoise adds Water Grounded Dragon. And Venusaur adds Grass Grounded Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, so really they are identical in coverage. Just us. I guess Venusaur is technically worse.
Yeah.
Or so. All right. So which one? So Charizard. No, we're not gonna do Charizard. No, it's either Charizard or Blastoise. Which team do you want to do as for the example?
There's a Blastoise.
Blastoise team. All right.
Its attack stats are about the same.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point. It's dealing more or with Earthquake and Outrage than Charizard is. So Crobat, Acrobat, Cross Poison, X Scissor, Steel Wing, just a really good Crobat moveset. Darkanium Eon Zoroark, with Night Daze, Hyper Voice, Grass Knot, and Foul Play. I like that he uses Foul Play.
Yeah.
In addition to all these special moves. Ooze Porygon Z with Tri-Attack, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. It's got the Bean Bolt combo.
Probably would have been scarier if it had adaptability.
Oh God. Oh, that Tri-Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Lucario with the Aura Spear, Flash Cannon, and Extreme Speed and Psychic. Extreme Speed's a bit of a weird move, but I digress.
Mm-hmm.
Surf, Ice Beam, Earthquake, and Outrage on Blastoise, as we've gone over. Still Valley has Crunch, Crush Claw, X Scissor, and Grass multi-attack.
Yeah, that's
Because Grass Still Valley.
That's a pretty insane team.
It's a pretty damn insane team with no real clear weaknesses. The only thing that was really questionable for me was giving Extreme Speed to Lucario.
Yeah.
Everything else just, yeah, you nailed it.
I don't know, because priority.
Priority, I guess.
And now moving on to the last one, I guess that counts.
Hop.
The last one you can actually.
We'll save. Okay, Volo is also in S tier,
but
we will again save him for the next video because he's more at home in that one.
Yeah, he's let's see, a champion tournament and team.
Wait, no, we're doing the 6th one.
No, it's 10th battle.
10th battle with Hop. All right, let's see. Let's do the team in general.
Okay, his shield runs better.
Shield's better, yeah.
Shield has
Okay. Let's look at the teams. See what's better for him. So he has So you don't want the one with the water because he has water on Pincurchin, and grass and electric cover nearly the same thing. So fire, Cinderace automatically probably the best thing in S1.
Yeah.
So let's see what Hop is packing here. All right. He leads with his double, of course, his ace. Got Cotton Guard to set up.
I don't know what.
Double kick, double edge, and headbutt. Double kick and headbutt are weird, but okay. I should have given it body press.
Yeah.
Body press would have been really smart to have on it with Cotton Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Or Snorlax with his Hammer Arm, or Earthquake, Heavy Slam, and Crunch. That thing's hard hitting. Pincurchin with Zing Zap, Poison Jab, Liquidation, and Recover. Or Corviknight with Steel Wing, Drill Peck, X Swagger, and Light Screen. Cinderace with Gunk Shot, Iron Head, Pyro Ball, and Zen Headbutt.
Oh man, that would be really broke with at Liberal.
Yeah, it would. And Zacian. With Crunch, Behemoth Blade, Wild Charge, and Close Combat. Yup.
Did I mention this is Crowned Zacian?
Yep, it's holding the Rusted Sword, so it's in its crown form with over 150 attack.
720 BST.
720 BST, Strength of Arceusmon.
Yeah.
This thing is insane.
And yeah, again, and were you actually, yeah, your rival actually having a legendary.
And other than N, this is the only time this has ever happened.
Yeah.
And your rival getting the opposite legendary. And oh my fucking god, the reason I went with Shield, like Zamazenta, let's face it, would still be an S tier, but like Zacian is objectively the better one.
Zacian is a menace.
It's faster and hits harder than basically everything else in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the only way I was able to deal with this thing,
you stole it out.
as I had to item stall. I literally had to item stall because I was not prepared for it to destroy me like that. I was like, oh, I can handle it. I couldn't. And then later on, my only strategy was to use my Grimmsnarl with Prankster and Thunderwave and pray I didn't miss, so that I could outspeed with something.
Uh-huh.
This thing is...
Maybe your team was just too weak to it.
Yeah. Well, what would you suggest as a counter for the thing that outspeeds everything in the game and can one-shot most of them too?
Mm.
I'm pretty sure anyone would struggle with that unless they had a specifically dedicated counter to it.
Or something that can just take a hit. They just hit something that can take hits.
Like, yeah, I'm obligated to run a physical tank on my team. Okay. Hey, whatever. Just, yeah, it's insane. It is utterly fucking insane that he has that Zossai, and the rest of the team's not bad either.
Yeah.
It's just overall a solid team. Team elevated by the motherfucking legendary sweeper on it.
Holy fuck.
This is absolutely mad. I do say.
Yeah. So, and as we said...
And Vola was also in this tier, but we are not covering his team in this video. Instead, we're covering it in tomorrow's video, which will be
the
villains plus villainous teams tier lists. Is for the 10th. And that will be it for Pokemon characters.
Yeah, that'll be it for characters.
But we still got some more tier lists after that.
So got a long way to go.
So stay tuned for that.
And I
think that will be all for this video.
You said, I'm Nosran.
And I'm Amaray. And bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video. Yeet.